Someone in your family is going to have to step in for you someday. Maybe it's a medical emergency, maybe it's something worse. But when that day comes, and it comes for every family, someone needs to know where everything is. Where the documents are, who to call, where the accounts are, the passwords, what your wishes were, and what needs to happen next. And if they don't know, that moment becomes 10 times harder than it needs to be. I've seen it up close a few times now. Maybe you have too. A 62-year-old friend of mine became sick just out of the blue. He ended up in the hospital and he didn't make it out. His affairs were not in order, and worse than that, his wife didn't even know the passcode for his phone. Beyond the grief of losing her husband, not having that passcode made for a very difficult set of challenges and a very long year. My own dad died 3.5 years ago, and my mom didn't have all of the passcodes and passwords for various accounts that he had so that she could shut off recurring payments or charges for those accounts. And that took months and cost real money while we were trying to put all the pieces together. Those are two different situations, but the same problem. No one knew where the information was. Those stories, among other things, brought me here to the idea of creating something called an ICE file. ICE stands for In Case of Emergency. It's not legal paperwork. It's not complicated. It's just having all of the important details of your life in one place for someone else to be able to access it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have an ICE file. I'm building mine right now in real time with you. You may have even noticed this paper sitting next to me, and that's my notes because I'm not an expert. And I want to keep track of what I'm sharing so that it makes sense to both of us. So you might be asking, what exactly is an ICE file? And here's what I wrote. An ICE file is simply a central place where all the essential information about your life lives so that your family isn't scrambling during an emergency. That information might be in a binder, it might be in a file folder, or it might be digital, or it could be a hybrid of any of those. It just needs a place to live. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. What matters is that it exists and that someone you trust knows where to find it. I wrote down a few things, comments I've heard from people over the years. I need to organize everything, get my affairs in order. I don't want my kids to have to dig through my life. I've heard that a lot. I need to write things down somewhere. I don't want to leave a mess behind. Does any of that sound familiar? It sure does to me. As we all know, life can change in an instant. And when somebody needs this information, they need it now, not in some filing cabinet somewhere or locked behind a password. They need to know where the information is, and they need to have easy access. Creating an ICE file is one of the most loving things you can do for people who might have to step in for you one day. It's not about fear. It's not about doom and gloom. It's about caring for the people you love in a very tangible and practical way. This is video 1 in a series. And what we're going to do is build your ICE file and my ICE file together, one section at a time. We'll cover how to choose your format, how to handle digital access and passwords, medical information, insurance, legal documents, end-of-life preferences, and how to store everything somewhere safe and findable. Through this series of videos, I'll show you exactly how I'm building my ICE file. Not because it's the perfect way, just because it's the way I'm doing it and it might be useful to you. Once we finish the series, I'm going to put together a complete ice file binder system for anyone who wants something ready-made. The binder system will be totally optional, but it will be there in case you want to hit the easy button and skip all the printing and organizing. If you don't have an ice file, don't feel bad. Most people don't. But if you're ready to start, or even just ready to think about it, let's do it together. So the next video in this series is called Paper, Digital, or Hybrid, choosing your format. You can follow along at your own pace. You don't have to do it quickly. You just have to start. Because taking care of your loved ones isn't just about big moments. Sometimes it's just about leaving them a gift for the day you hope never comes. One more thing. I've created an ice file checklist you can download right now. It's the outline I'm using, and there's a link in the description below where you can download it. Just print it out and follow along as we build this together. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you're here, and I'll see you in the next video.